Hi guys, I'm I'm really bad at making videos, so there's a reason why I don't do it very often because I stutter and stumble over myself. I have ADHD and a couple of other things going on. Um, so bear with me. I really just wanted to talk about real quick about my writing process, especially after hearing about um, people feeding their stories into like AI software and getting the software to generate blurbs and outlines for them. Uh, don't just don't give them your don't give AI your work first off. And second off, I don't think or I just can't see how you're helping yourself nearly as much as you might think you are. Um, in this case, all I really did was I just took each chapter that I had in one of my previous drafts and it didn't take a whole lot of ink to do it. I just wrote each of them down. I made it a rough outline and then printed it out. And that's another version of it. Um, and then just figured out and then just figured it all out by hand. Wrote, individual blurbs by hand. This was a very early version of that. Um, I also did not have access to my computer at this time. Um, so it was therapeutic for me to do this in a lot of ways. Um, and I swear to God, to me, all of this makes complete sense. Um, some people look at this and they go, "Oh my God, how do you know what's going on?" I'm like, "I promise I do. I just do." Um, so yeah, I really just wanted to. This is a longer version of the same thing. My book and I, after my sixth draft, we had after my fifth draft and after my sixth draft, we had we we fought a lot, um, a lot, and this is a complete replot of the opening chapters because the original was just not doing it, or at least a version of it. That was part of an attempt to restructure the beginning of the book. And I'm actually looking through my phone, which is not working out for me right now. There we go. I thought it would be more interesting and adds a little more action to one of the scenes, and the scene ended up not working, and I'm really, really glad that I did most of that work here on paper instead of just trying to type the chapter into my computer and then wondering why the chapter wasn't working. It's easier for me to. I mean, people talk. Some people talk about outlining like it's perfect or it's neat, and I don't know. Some people might think it's boring because they associate doing outlines with doing it in school. And really, with outlining can be anything you want it to be. It just within it's your way of looking at the structure of your story. So my oh God, I forgot to take it out. My entire excuse me for a moment. My whole entire story was written by hand, and I will show you how big it is. If you are my husband, you will take that in a million different ways, and that's you. I'm gonna try and stay family friendly here for a minute, which is ironic for me, but I'm planning to post this to YouTube, so try to keep it friendly. Is that everything? That's everything. There we go. That's the handwritten draft right there. That is it was originally a 12-book series. It is now 9, And what I currently have is somewhere around book 7. Up to the first part of book 7 is in there. And the reason I know that is because I know that my arcs tend to last around 350 pages handwritten. And I went back, and each scene change, I wrote down each scene change, and restructured them into books. These are the original arcs. Some of them are incredibly weak. Some of them are just kind of rambly and go nowhere. Because I didn't really know what I was doing. I don't subscribe to Plotter Pantser. I did have a rough outline, that I followed. So there are bullet points, throughout the whole thing. That I keep them in the back of my mind whenever I'm writing. Even though a lot of this was very much on the fly, that's just something I was thinking about one night while I was at work. And I took a moment to write it down. And that's another chapter outline. I don't like this. That's actually the section I'm coming up on. There's a lot of things about the second part of my book, that's my first book, that I really didn't like. So I needed to write all of that down and figure out why it worked, why it didn't work, how I could change it, what my best course of action would be. I think I'm going too far. I'm going too far now. I have some various notes in the back there. So, whatever I was saying, I hope I finished saying it. Yeah, don't let your AI, don't let AI do this for you. It's not fun. This is fun. This is me getting to spend time in my universe with my characters. This has actually helped me solve a lot of problems that I had throughout the throughout the original series. This whole project, it helps me. It really does. It helps me visualize it, and writing the beats down. It helps me see the overall structure. It helps me determine where I have weak plot arcs. I had a whole arc where I thought I knew what it was about, and I have a dog. And would you stop that? What do you want? Take that somewhere else. My husband has dog allergies, by the way. That's why he's not allowed in this area. I'm not being cruel. My husband has allergies. And that was an accident. It was a stray, and we took him in, and he is no longer freezing cold, starving, and full of worms out on the streets. He is Sonny is a healthy, happy puppy. That my husband is allergic to. So what was I saying? What was I saying? I was talking about outlining. Thanks, Sonny. This is why I don't do videos. Yeah, it really helped me to get a 10,000 foot view of my writing. And I had purchased a couple of books. I had done a bit of a bit of a self-study. I took a break after my 6th draft, and did a self-study. What the hell are you doing? He's throwing it. He's throwing it at me and then getting mad because he can't get it. Also, I'm working night shifts this week, so he is especially bored. Oh, god damn it. It's under the couch. So, go find another one, buddy. You have a whole freaking bucket of them. This is why I don't do videos. So yeah, let's just, since he won't let me focus on what I'm talking about, we'll just go through this visually. The advice I had read, was to you want to do, if you don't know what you're doing, if you're like me and you have you have a very, very weak structure, yeah, somewhere between 10 to 12 books, or 9 to 12, or 8 to 12, I don't know. It's really good to find a structure, and a way to do that is to do things in threes. So I established a 9-book structure, with basically 3 trilogies. More or less, that's not a perfect. The trilogies are not perfect by any means. They don't fall strictly within that trilogy format. You just came inside. But it actually it kind of does work. But it's helped me a lot to get a grip on this project. This I started to replot this mess. There's like 3 different versions of this that are just covered in notes. And I just started to replot it one night when I did not have access to my computer. This is what I do on my breaks. This is this is one of the exercises that was in one of the books that I read. It was DIY MFA, which I will try and put a link in the description. It was a really, really good book. I started doing my own MFA, basically study program, and I did the same thing for the 3rd book. I have a pretty solid idea of where everything's going to go when I finish the 1st book. I'm prepared for surprises, but there won't be nearly as many surprises. I kind of, because I've been doing this for so long, because I have all of this mapped out, I have a pretty good idea of where all of my problems are going to be. The original text here is those are the original beats from the not that one, from the handwritten draft. This I just wanted to blurb like part 1, part 2, part 3 of each book, just to see if I had a cohesive idea of what each one was about. These are not final titles, by the way. They're just there to I mean, they're just there so I can label things, so I know where they are and what they are. Some of them are more definitive. I will probably keep that one. I will probably keep the Lightwalkers, and I will probably keep Ryosugesh. Is that the last one? That is the last one. So, hello, friend. So whenever somebody asks me what my book is about, this is the part that I show them what my series is about, and so I have a blurb of each. I have a blurb of each book. The last one is longest because literally none of it has been written down. It's all in notes, extensively. But this would not be this would not be possible without all of this. And I cannot see, that's not mine. I just cannot see people wanting an AI to do all of this for them. It just sucks the art out of it. It sucks the joy out of it. Do it yourself, because going through your own manuscript by hand yourself forces you to have to look at it, and it makes you have to actually think about what you've written. A computer can only do so much for you. A computer cannot think for you. A computer cannot art for you. I will not get too far into that, because there's lots and lots of people out there arguing that, oh, sure it can. That's a whole nother topic, and I'm not going to delve into what is and isn't art. I have actually talked about it extensively on my website and on Twitter, and in every writing and art forum that I'm a part of. I have been extremely vocal about it. Oh, yeah, the original, you'll have to forgive the shitty titles, this is really, really old. Some of this stuff is like, I'm literally like 20 years old. I was like, in freaking like middle and high school when I came up with some of this stuff. Now this is all from about 10 years ago, but I was following a rough outline of something that I had written many years prior. So I guess that's all I really wanted to say. Don't. Just don't. There, puppy for interest. He wants me to get under the couch and go get his bone out from under the couch. I'm gonna do that when I put the phone down. I think it's also probably his dinner time. I'm not gonna use the other word that he's familiar with. And I'll feed him as soon as I got the phone. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's... Can you tell I'm frustrated? I'm very, very, very frustrated by what's going on right now, because I have done so much work, and I'm over here working regular jobs, trying to pay my bills, and all I really wanted to do is finish this project, finish the first book of this project, and make the first one, and produce cohesive work that other people can understand. No, I don't want you on the couch, buddy. Your blanket's not on the couch. I don't want you off the couch. Come on. So I'm over here doing all this work, and people, every forum, every thread that I come across now that's not an art or writing thread is chock full of people saying screw the writers and screw the artists, and artists suck, and everything should be done by AI. AI could do it better anyway. And I'm like, I'm over here trying to start a career, and some of y'all are trying to end me here. And anyone else who is, any other aspiring writer who, is trying to make it in this world, and here y'all are over here talking about, oh, AI can do it better. AI is literally using our work to do it. And that's complete and utter crap. And if you have that big of a problem with Hollywood, in particular, your problem is not with the writers. Your problem is with the studios, with the studio executives, with the marketers, You can yell at the producers, you can yell at the directors, but stop yelling at the little people who are actually trying, to, tell stories and make a living here. I need to feed him. Just stop. And yeah, the chair has made a wonderful living room computer desk. They need to stop, don't they? They need to leave us alone. They need to let us do our work. They need to leave us with a world where creative people can still make a living being creative people, right? No, you need to get off the couch. Your blanket's not on the couch. What the hell? Okay. Right? Right. All right. I'm gonna go feed him.